Come on, come on. Okay, here we go. Got it?
Oh, yeah.
You've tuned in to COVID Marketing with Brent Kobayashi and Arthur Tutt, the show to support small business not just to survive, but to thrive.
That's right. We are live with COVID Marketing episode number 45, week daily at 11 Eastern Standard Time. If you have questions on marketing or business or, well, whatever, let us know in the comments wherever you find folk are seeing this. I am Brent Kobayashi, president of Kobayashi Zeitguys, a marketing agency here in Toronto, Canada. And with me is Mr. Arthur Tutt, marketing specialist at the KZ.
And resident sock guru.
And the sock guru. And he's going to be doing, hey, listen, you should do a lunch and learn, man.
How to up your sock game.
That's it? Yeah. Actually, maybe that could be like a Friday topic. So listen, all of you that are watching, please, if you're enjoying this, share the show. Click subscribe, click notify so you never miss it. But most importantly, click share and say, these guys are so good. You're going to learn about lots of stuff. You're going to learn about marketing, how to grow your business, how to do the opposite, fear and recession, and grow and optimism and all that kind of stuff. Not too much optimism. You need to balance it. And you learn about socks and quantum physics.
It's all about the socks. Sail in the socks.
All right. All right. So today we are going to be talking about your starting point for creating a video ad for your business. We're going to keep it simple for today. We're going to go high level. Even if you've never ever done an ad before, you can do this. And we want you to do this because video is perceived by many to be hard. Therefore, there is going to be less. Therefore, you're going to be able to punch through. And quite frankly, video is often a lot more interesting for people to engage with rather than just image or just text. You do want to put a variety of it, but let's focus on video because usually that's the thing that people are like not so sure about. So in the next few weeks, we're actually going to talk about get more in depth into this with, you know, storyboarding and setting up your ads and all that kind of stuff. But today, it's the simplest point you can start. So, Arthur, do you want to bring us into it?
So, the first thing we wanted to get into is really just when you're getting started, keep it simple. Keep it really, really simple. And when you're making a video, keep it to one main idea. One main point. Yeah. And I think to illustrate this, we saw a video from a client recently, who, when she was making a video, and like great first attempt at a video, but she tried to cover just a few too many things in the video. And I felt that, you know, we know who she is and we gave her our full attention to watch the video. But if you put yourself in the shoes of somebody who's just scrolling through their Facebook feed, they maybe don't know you, they maybe don't like you, and they're trying to figure out what is this all about. You have to put yourself in their shoes and to think, is it going to be easy for them to understand quickly what you're up to?
So that one intention, that's the thing for the video, right? What's my intention? Now, to be very clear, we're talking about an ad, not necessarily content marketing. It can still apply for content marketing, but when you're talking about an ad, you're really trying to get the person understanding, what is this about? Is this for me? Am I interested? Kind of early on in the game. Doesn't always have to be this case. You can play with it a little bit, but that's really, in fact, I would actually say for any small business person that's getting into this right now, think one thing. There might be nuance later on, but don't worry about that at the beginning. And usually, what I would say is that one concept for you to start with, especially as you're starting to do this, is make it super simple. It is, I want to tell you about this one thing and have you engage in that one thing if you're actually interested. Don't go past that. Don't complicate it. Complication can come later. You can sort of add a little bit to it. Like you can But I would think of it, it's something that you would want to add more towards the end. So if your thing is to sell this, you know, say with Elon and Blake's, the virtual co-workathon type thing, it is come to this virtual co-workathon and you're going to get to do this, you know, for entrepreneurs that are busy and need to get stuff done, come to this free virtual co-workathon that we have. Like, you want to get that right up front. That's the one concept. At the end, you might be able to say, and you get to join our community and a few other stuff, but really you want them moving along to that one point for that particular purpose of what we think of as a Facebook ad. Start there. Start there.
Right. So if you were going to record a video and you've got, let's just say you've got a free event coming up that you're trying to bring people to, the focus of the video is really just to say, hey, I've got this event coming up. It's going to be on XYZ day. It's going to be free. We're going to be covering this. Would love to see you there.
100%. So really what you're just doing is getting them to the next step. So don't try to get them to all the steps or multiple steps at once. You get them from point A, I see the ad, I get it, it's me, do whatever the next thing is. Just think that far for that content. It's different again from content marketing. Content marketing is awareness. There's lots of stuff that you can do with that, but that's what we're focusing on, at least for this first thing. So, so just that one concept, be very direct, don't overwhelm with information. Now, what's the biggest problem with video?
It's scary.
Yes. So the biggest challenge that I've seen is people do not feel comfortable on video. As soon as they're sitting there recording and thinking the rest of the world has to see this, you know, it can be a number of different things. I'm looking into this dead eye, right? Arthur, last week when you left me, right, early, last Wednesday, I still remember it. I feel it in my heart. I was just like, oh my God, I'm all alone. I'm not alone because I'm talking to lots of people, but I can't get any feedback from those people to tell me whether I'm doing it good or bad or whatever's going on. And I'm starting to freak out. Like, I literally could feel myself freaking out. So a little bit. I'm a lot more comfortable now anyways, but, you know, to a certain degree, back then, a while ago, you know, it's really can be kind of freaky. So there's a few tips I want to give you, especially when you're starting off, even if you've been doing this for a while, to get you comfortable on camera. First of all, just start recording yourself and record yourself and watch yourself back after you've recorded yourself, whatever it is. And I want you to do one thing different than most of the times people do when they're learning as an adult. Most people, when they're learning as an adult, you're trying to say, well, what do I need to learn? Where's my gap? And so you're looking for all the places that you've got the gap. And quite frankly, when you're looking at yourself and you're thinking, oh my gosh, you can see all the stuff you're screwing up.
Everything you do wrong.
Guess how that feels? Scary, right? No, yes, right. You get wonderful butterflies of happiness. No, it feels horrible. So, I actually experimented with this. I had not sung, like really sung, since I was in grade 6, because I had, you know, I was tone deaf and all this kind of stuff. And so I was recording a song for Carolyn for our wedding anniversary, and I was going to put it on Facebook, and I was singing. It was like, you and me are na-na-na-na-na. Anyways, and I was doing the thing, figuring out, oh, I was out of key, I was this, I forgot it, all that kind of stuff. And then I kind of switched it to all I did was write down all the stuff that I got right. Oh, that was awesome. You remembered this. You're on pitch there. And I literally focused on that. So record yourself, note down all the things that you're doing right, record yourself again, note down all the things that you're doing right, record yourself, all the things you're doing right. And as your mind focuses on that, you're training your mind to do more of the things that are right. You'll actually feel a lot better. And you'll actually, I believe, learn faster than the stick, where you're like, that was shitty, remember to do it properly next time. Send your recording, yeah, totally. Send it to a friend for feedback. Now, be careful, like send it to, I would actually say send it to a bunch of friends for feedback, understanding that if you don't know the friend yet that's gonna give you the like both honest feedback, but also encouragement and the type of person that you can get that good loop going with them. Because some people are like, oh my gosh, you're horrible, please don't do this. right? It can be, or they'll say it in a passive, are you sure you really want to do this? Like, I think you need to practice a lot more before you go live, because it might be their own fears and judgment coming up that this is a scary thing to do, right? So send it to a friend, maybe send it to a bunch and see what kind of feedback you get from each one. And then you'll find the friend or the colleague that's going to give you that feedback. Anything that feels kind of bad as you're going through this process, just remember, it's just something for you to heal, right? You're going to feel like, that feels horrible. And it's just something that, you know, that you have an opportunity to work through it. I actually think being on camera is a healing thing as you work through it. Next thing I would say is, as you're recording, do work off of a script, but also start to record it many, many times and start to get into it. Like, you know, laugh, jump, play around, get relaxed, get in the mode, do the Tony Robbins things where you get into your state and he does all of this stuff and jumps in something cold. And maybe pretend you're with somebody you really love. Yeah, he jumps in freezing cold water. Like literally, before that's one of his things. You know, and get excited, like still be on brand with who you are, but see if you can get excited and give lots of energy in your delivery. Pretend you're a broadcaster and you're talking about the news. Pretend, you know, modulate, go up and down, stop, go. Like play with all of this stuff. And if you make a mistake, like really dig into it. Right? You can see when I'm doing the intro and I make a mistake, I keep going with it. So when you're on camera, like the worst thing you do when you're playing a piano is you make a mistake and you just stop. Right? That's at least, so you want to keep on going and roll into it and have fun with it, because when you do that, you're going to actually, that stuff could actually be gold on camera. Next thing is, I think, I would actually say practice live streaming.
Well, yeah, that actually brings us to a really good point. And so what I was going to say is that I feel like, I mean, in general with video, people can, like, I know this for myself personally, it can feel like a really big deal to make a video, and especially to go live.
Yep.
You start worrying about, I don't know, what if I screw this up? What are
people going to think? Yeah.
So what I thought would be cool to do, and I don't know if this is going to work, it might blow up in my face, but I've actually got my, I don't know if you can see that, but Facebook Live loaded up here. So
are you going to go live?
What I'm going to do is,
you're going to do this
on live. I'm going to go live. Wait, let's see this.
All right.
Starting live video. So
we are now in the live.
So I don't know, for anybody who's
live
on personal
world.
Facebook. So like, can we?
All right. So just roll with it. What would you do? What would you do with a live stream? Just say it. Just talk to the people.
Well, I was going to say, like, my name is Arthur, which, I mean, I guess you probably already knew that, but we're doing a live stream in a live stream. Just because why not? Because we can do that. If you think this is like really, really, really dumb, just like leave like an unhappy emoji. like leave a comment that is just like really dumb and it was a complete waste of time. Or if you liked it, if you thought it was funny, you could leave a happy face. But so there's,
love it.
You know, so there I just went live. People might think I'm dumb now, but.
And you know what else? Everybody now knows that you have a ponytail in the back.
And Brent, can you wave goodbye?
Hello, all you live people on our live show. Like I'm literally, okay. My mind is bending a little bit there, not a lot, just a little bit. Okay, so last tip I would say for getting comfortable on camera. Sorry, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Point. I think it's good to stress, because I know for me, like I was really, like, especially going live, like it used to make me really, really nervous, because I was like, oh, no, I might say something dumb here. What I realized though is I had this fear that like thousands of people were going to be watching it, right? And what I realized is, you know, you're actually lucky if you get like 2 or 3 people that actually watch it, right? And so at the end of the day, probably, you know, the opposite problem, probably not that many people are actually going to watch it. And then you do it a few more times and then people start to notice you and they're like, oh, you know, these videos are actually pretty good.
Yep.
But just to not make such a big deal of it.
You know what, dude? I think almost all of us are working through trauma from our teenage years of whatever happened back then.
High school, everybody's going to judge us.
Everybody's working through this. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, the last thing I'm going to say as far as shooting is don't be afraid to get your finished product in multiple takes. So shoot it, talk it, say it out loud, do the thing. You forget part of it, go again, start back from the beginning, start from the middle, all that type of stuff. And then from that, you edit it all together. It's actually a technique called jump cuts. If you watch a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people on it, they actually will talk like this, get a cut, and then they'll put it all together, and it actually flows kind of cool. So don't worry about doing it in multiple takes. You do not need to get it in one take. If you're willing to spend a little bit of time with the editing, which I would say is what you want to do at the beginning, because you may not feel like you can do it all in one take at the beginning. And when you get that final take, you might be, that's the one thing that I can publish. This other one that had this good part, I can't, because I screwed up halfway through it.
Which is also why I recommend, especially in the beginning, keep it really short. Like, if you do a video that's only 15, 20, 30 seconds, that's probably not too difficult to do in one take. But I think a lot of people, they think of these really long, complicated, 10-minute long scripts. I have to say all these different things. And then it gets stressful that has to be in one take.
Okay, so that's great. That's our last point for today, is keep it short.
Because
shorter than this episode.
We're keeping this episode short. We're on.
We are. We're like freaking on time. Okay, so really quickly, you want to get to the point of your video. Actually, I'd almost say, we said 2 to 3 seconds, 5 seconds. I sometimes want people to understand it with some text on screen within like a split second, 1 second. This is what this is about. This is about helping small businesses with their marketing. Join us. And then you can get into more stuff, because people who are scrolling through their Facebook are going fast, or whatever social media platform they're on. And you need to make sure that they get what that piece of content is about right away. We've had some great videos from clients where it was 11 seconds before it was understood that this was about dentists and this and that. Way too long. So it's literally a split-second decision. Is this for me? Is this not? So grab their attention, keep it short, keep your video down to 30 seconds. If you need that to be multiple takes within that 30 seconds, that's great. It's going to it's going to force you to be more succinct about what you're talking about. And therefore, it's actually going to be more powerful. It's going to be easier for you to do as well. Don't try to convince everybody. Just keep it to one concept and go for it. All righty. So, video. I want to say video is easy. Yeah, we're going to cut it in a second. We have to do the music. I want to say video is easy. It can be, and you can get there where it's easy for you. It literally is a week, 2 weeks, a month, maybe a couple months away from where, maybe not where you don't feel the butterflies or stuff like that, but where you can do it. It's effective, and it is a powerful, powerful, powerful marketing tool. So everybody, rewatch this video if you need to, because I really want you to get into this. It's really super important for every single business out there, especially small business. And join us as we go through this video journey as far as content goes, because Thursdays is our content day. All right, you good?
I'm great.
Yes, you are. You know why? Because I lesson 3 you. Okay, let's wrap this up.
You've tuned in to COVID Marketing with Brent Kobayashi and Arthur Tutt, the show to support small business not just to survive.
That's right, all you
thrive.
fine folk. This is the end of episode 45, all about video and making it simple for you and what to do to really rock it. Tomorrow, we are talking about questions. We're going to be answering questions.
Friday special.
Fridays, Friday is kind of like, you know, our a little bit more of our free-for-all day is the plan. So we're like, you know, let me, glasses off, shades off, furry shades off. So tomorrow, the idea is to be a little bit more freeform with you and I, right? To chillax a little bit. So if you're watching and you have questions you want to ask us, please, like whatever is going on, even if it has to be a little bit vague, if you're not sure, if there's a destination you want to go with and you're not sure how to get there, that's totally cool. If there is a specific technical thing and you're thinking, oh, I don't want to ask them like, how to do that because it's going to be boring for everybody. Like, don't judge your questions before you ask them, please.
Yeah. And I was going to say, whether it's about marketing, whether it's about business, whether it's about quantum mechanics, whether it's about socks.
Yes, we do it all. Like literally, we do it all, right? Because we're in the early days of this show. Even though it's episode 45, Arthur, holy cow.